In this step-by-step video, I'm going to navigate through the updated process of setting up your business emails with Google, more specifically by using Google Workspace. I'll navigate through the process of setting up your team business emails. If this sounds interesting to you, then stick around and let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, so to create a professional business email with Google, we need to sign up with Google Workspace. This will give us access to setting up professional team emails, and we'll also be able to leverage all the integrated apps and tools that Google Workspace offers. Now to arrive here, simply head over to your browser and type in workspace.google.com. You can also click on the first link in the description below this video, and that's going to take you here, then navigate down to Start Free Trial. Now depending on what plan you decide to choose, you'll get access to a 14-day free trial. And we'll touch on pricing soon, but most likely the starter plan will be sufficient enough for your small business. And you can always upgrade at any time. This will give you more cloud storage, more features within the different apps, and AI capabilities. Now, just quickly, if you want to learn about all the AI tools and features that you have access to inside of Google Workspace, I'll add a dedicated tutorial down below in the description. This will get you familiar with all the different AI tools and features that you can leverage. Okay, so to set up a professional business email with Google, let's first add our business name. The business example I'll be using today to set up professional business emails is SpreadSync, which is an online financial spreadsheet syncing app. Once you've added your business name, add the number of employees you have inside your business. Then select your region. Now we first need to set up your admin account. This allows you to manage and control all the different permission levels and access types across your entire Google Workspace organization. For example, you may want to limit specific apps for specific users inside your organization. Okay, so add your details here and hit next. Now, if you currently do not have a domain for your business, this is your website URL, then you can purchase a new custom domain from here. Simply continue with this method and add the business domain you want to purchase. If it's available, you can continue with this process. I'm going to navigate back. Most likely you already have a website, you already own a domain, and you want to connect that domain name to your Google Workspace account and set up your professional team emails with this domain. Again, I already own a domain. I just want to set up my professional business emails. Go ahead and add your domain. This is the domain I want to set up my business emails with. Again, your domain could be anything. For me, my domain is businessname.io. Most likely you're using .com or a localized TLD like .co.nz for New Zealand, .co.uk for United Kingdom, or .com.au for Australian-based businesses. It doesn't matter, add your domain in here and click on next. Make sure you added the correct domain name, then click on next again. Create a username. Ideally, you want to add your name for the first business email you're setting up, and later on you can add aliases, which would point to your primary email. An email alias could be sales at, info at, quotes at, or help at. Okay, once you've added your first business email, add a password and confirm that password. Then select these options if you like, and click on agree and continue. Here you'll be recommended a plan. You can see Google Workspace is recommending the Plus plan. We're going to navigate down here and click on Compare Plans, then navigate up to Start a Plan and click here. Again, this is the most affordable plan in terms of how much you're paying per month. Now, it's important to note that it's $12.60 per user per month. This is in New Zealand dollars, and in other currencies, it will show a different figure. So for example, if we wanted to set up 5 business emails, that would be 5 times this amount, around $60 for me per month. Again, as I mentioned, the starter plan is sufficient enough for most businesses. And again, you can upgrade at any time to access more advanced features and AI tools. Okay, let's go ahead and click on try at no cost for 14 days. Again, if you want to learn more about all the different tools and features that you can access inside of Google Workspace, I will add other relevant tutorials down below that will help you get familiar with all the different apps and tools you have access to inside of Google Workspace. Okay, navigate down and add your business information. Then once you've added your details, check your order summary. You can cancel at any time. If you do within 14 days, you won't be charged anything. Okay, navigate down and hit checkout. Here we can quickly add additional users. Each user will add additional storage for your workspace, easily collaborate with users in Gmail, Drive, Docs, and more. If you only want to create one business email for now, simply click on Skip Now. For me, I'm going to create one more account, one more business email for a team member. Once you've added their first name, last name, their username, again, this is what their primary email will look like, come down and click on Add User. As you can see, Emma at business name has been added to your team. Great, we now have 2 people that have business emails inside our team. Great, we now have 2 team members that have their own business emails inside our team. Simply add more if you like. For now, let's continue to the next step. Okay, now we need to set up our domain. Okay, so remember I mentioned I purchased a domain from a different site. If you're following along with this video, you're most likely in the same situation. So let's go ahead and connect that domain with Google Workspace so we can start using our business emails. Click on Get Started, then select your domain host. For me, that has automatically been selected. Hostinger, then click on Start Guided Verification. Now, this process used to be quite complicated. However, with AI with Gemini, the process is a lot more smooth. Come down, click on Start Guided Setup. Okay, so here you can see this chat has opened. Let's go ahead and make this larger. And you'll see the option to sign into your hosting provider. Simply click here. Once you've logged in, come down and click on Share Screen. Choose the screen and hit Share. Now you just have to follow this process. It will be slightly different depending on where you purchase your domain from. For me, I need to jump over to Domains. As you can see, we have domains over here. Then I need to find the domain and click on Manage. Here's the domain. I'm going to move this across, Manage. Let's move this back. On the left-hand side, navigation menu, click DNS/name servers. Here we can see the option over here. As you can see, AI makes this process a lot easier. Now, this is the important part. We need to update our DNS settings. Okay, let's walk through this process. This process here will be the same across every domain provider when connecting your domain from a third-party provider to Google Workspace. In the Type drop-down menu, under Manage DNS Records, select Text. If we navigate down here, again, I'm going to make this smaller. Here we have Type, select Text. The second step, in the name field, enter @ So what we want to do is add that symbol here under name, then text values. We need to find this value down here. Click on Copy, text value copy to clipboard, and add that here under text value. Then simply click on Add Record. As you can see, DNS record created successfully. Give Gemini a moment to bring up the next steps. As you can see, great, I see the new text record has been added successfully to your list of DNS records. You can now click the Verify button at the bottom of this chat window to complete the domain verification. Navigate down, click on Verify, and start verification check. Now this can take up to 5 minutes. Hey guys, just quickly before we get back to this video, I just want to mention my Sheetify CRM, an all-in-one business toolkit and CRM built with Google Sheets and designed for Google users. You can simply manage leads, customers, tasks, engage in email marketing, manage your inventory, tickets, and more. The great part is I've made this Sheetify CRM a one-time payment, no subscriptions, unlimited access, and future updates. If you're interested in learning more, you can find the link to my Sheetify CRM down below in the description. Okay, so with that covered, let's go ahead and get back to this video. As you can see, that only took a few seconds. Our domain is now verified. Click on Continue and activate Gmail. Click on Activate Gmail, and now we need to set up Gmail so that our team can send and receive emails. This is using our connected domain. Click on Continue, and here we have all the users we've currently added. I recommend setting up your entire team workspace here first before proceeding with activation. For me, I only have 2 team members as part of my small business for now, so let's go ahead and proceed with activation. Now to activate Gmail, we need to do a few more things. First, let's delete any pre-existing MX codes associated with your domain, and we want to replace those with the MX record here. So let's jump back over to your domain provider. Here I am back inside of Hostinger. And you can see I currently have 0 MX records. I only have a CNAME, text, and A. If you have an MX record down here under your DNS settings, make sure to delete that now. Okay, let's jump back over to the Gmail activation interface. Then we want to go ahead and add these details. Jump back over to your domain provider, navigate up to Type, locate MX, leave name as nothing, and then mail server. Copy this code and add that in here. Then priority, simply add 1. And for TTL, leave that as it is and click on Add Record. Now, if you get an error here, you may need to add the @ symbol. Then try again, click on Add Record, and as you can see, DNS record created successfully. Let's jump back over to the Google interface, then navigate down, click here to confirm that you have updated the code on your domain host and click on Confirm. Again, this could take a few minutes, so be patient, and then I'll meet you back here. And just like that, your business email, your Gmail, is now activated. You can see we verified our domain. You're all set and ready to use Google Workspace apps. Then Gmail is now ready. Your emails will now be directed to Gmail, which may take up to 24 hours. It is recommended to monitor both your old email service and Gmail for new emails during this period. You can add more accounts and email aliases for everyone on your team. Now, one more thing we want to do is authenticate our Gmail. We want to authenticate outgoing emails. This is to ensure that your emails reach the inbox and not in the spam folder. This means when you send an email, you don't want it to arrive in their spam folder. You want it to arrive in their primary email inbox. To do that, let's go ahead and authenticate. Here we need to add a DKIM key. Simply click on Generate Key. And again, this information here, like we did earlier, we need to add to our domain provider, our DNS records. Again, jump back into your domain's DNS settings. And under Type, we need to locate text again, add the name, just in here, then text value, which is this large piece of text. Again, just copy and paste. And then for the TTL, we can leave it as it is and click on Add Record. As you can see, DNS record created successfully, and you can see that here. Navigate back, then navigate down to confirm that we have updated the code on your domain host. Click on Confirm, and again, give this a moment. And as you can see down here, that step has been completed. Now let's go ahead and log into our Gmail. Simply type in gmail.com and you'll automatically be taken into your inbox. If you're not, go ahead and log in with your login details. Remember, you created a password earlier. If we navigate up to our account, you can see this is the account for Stuart at spreadsync.io. And congratulations, just like that, you're ready to send and receive emails using your business email. Now you'll get some prompts for setting up security, like adding a recovery phone number and backup email. So you want to take the time to do that. However, if we navigate up to Compose, here we can now send an email. Okay, let's go ahead and send a test email to this address. I've added test email in the subject and a basic body. Let's come down and click on send. I'm going to jump into the inbox of the email recipient we just sent this test email to. And as you can see, here's the test email from Stuart Gould, Stuart at spreadsync.io. And that's arrived inside the primary email. Now it's important to warm up your email for it to gain credibility and authority. So spend a little bit of time sending emails to yourself to different email addresses and responding to quickly warm up your email. This is not essential, but it definitely helps, especially for a brand new Google Workspace account. Jump over to your profile and click on Admin Console. You may need to add your password again, and that will take you here. And this is where you can manage your entire Google Workspace account. This is in terms of managing all your users, adding your branding, and customizing everything to do with your Google Workspace account. Now, one last thing I want to mention is adding email aliases. Simply navigate over to Users, click on Users, and here you can add additional team users. You can also manage each account by resetting passwords, adding different names, or again, adding aliases and permission sets. Navigate down. Now, each user within your organization can create up to 30 email aliases. For example, sales@mydomain.com. Let's add another. I'm also the admin and the support guy. Simply click on Save. And now we can receive emails to our primary inbox if someone sends an email to these different aliases. Okay, let's navigate back over to Home. Again, you can see other key things down here like managing users, we just mentioned, adding your billing or managing your billing, adding group emails, and other things. You can also chat with AI to help you understand your admin account. However, that is it for this tutorial. You now have your team business emails set up and ready to go. I'll add other relevant and lead on Google Workspace tutorials that will help you get the most out of your Google Workspace account. Also, if you're interested in our other business toolkits, our Sheetify CRM, projects, and inventory toolkits, I will add relevant tutorials and information down below in the description. However, that is it. I hope you got value from this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe, and that way I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.